think COVID definitely teach people how selfish people in the UK are, though, with the stupid tissue paper.
I don't understand, but it's social skills of a child.
Yeah.
Not being around just children.
I think they're selling. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are new to this channel, my name's Patricia. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my journey. And if you guys are a returning viewer, then welcome back. So guys, this is my first ever chat talk video that I am doing. I'm going to be doing one of these every single week, and it's basically always going to be the same people. Ask for ladies. I'm going to present you to them now. This is
Katia,
my sister
Sarah,
and my sister
Christiana.
So we're just going to be talking about random topics that I either pick, so they're not aware which ones I'm going to pick. We're just going to be talking about them, and then yeah, just going into it. Some of the things we say might be personal, but some of them are just going to be our opinions, because a lot of the stuff we haven't been through, so won't really know what to say about it. So are you guys ready for the first question?
Okay.
So as we all know, COVID's been around for a year and a bit now and it's still around. Hopefully it will go away soon. So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think COVID has taught everyone and you guys this whole year? Like, what has it taught you, and what came out of like COVID in a negative or a positive way? So how did it affect you?
So for me, I would say appreciate more times and quality times we have all together, because a year now, pretty much, we have lost opportunity to hang around a bit more, even though we do once in a while, but it's still not the same. We don't want to do what we normally do, our little parties and you know, shebangs. We've just been on a very low key, to be quite honest. That's for me the negative of COVID. The stressful one is working through COVID.
Oh yeah, that's
It's been a hilarious roller coaster, and I just need a break, to be quite honest, because I'm too tired. Especially me, because I literally worked with people that had
people were in your
so people at my work were working with people that had COVID, even though I wasn't in contact with them, but I was with contact with the people that was contact with, if you get what I mean. So yeah, obviously it was very scary, but yeah, I think for me it was that.
I would say for me it was definitely, obviously, one, the negative side is everything due to the wedding. There's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to do. I don't think I will be able to do due to COVID, which is a bit sad. And obviously going on holidays, we had so much, me and even had quite a few trips planned for next year, especially like we wanted to enjoy our, you know, before marriage moment, whatever changes that people say that changes. So I think that for me is the negative side. I think the positive side for me was actually the first lockdown that we had, when me and Evan were like together 24/7. I think it was really good. It's like a practice for your marriage, especially when you start having kids and you're going to be at home more often, because right now me and Evan are together, but we live kind of a freely life, because we don't have responsibilities apart from Flash to get home to. I'm able to be at my mum until 1 o'clock. I'm able to be with you girls whenever I want, but I know once I have kids, that's going to change. I'm going to be even much more, like a lot. So I feel like, yeah, that's what made me kind of realise that, you know, it's okay, we'll be okay when we get married. Yeah,
so
I think that's for me.
Already with COVID, lockdown,
so I'll definitely say that was for me.
For me, I think really hard yet, because
for you it's just negative stuff.
not really, you know. I think negative side, I'll tell you what negative side for me was. People that know me, I'm a very positive person. I'm always like, hardly anything gets me down. And I thought being at home wouldn't affect me the way it did. And they know, you guys know how much it affected me. And I say, for example, like the first few months I didn't go to work, not due to, obviously nurses opened up straight away, like after 2 months, because of Dad, to protect Dad. But I thank God that the second lockdown, nurses were open, because I don't think I could be at home all that time again. For me, it was very hard just to be at home, stuck on 4 doors, like It's just like you call someone, you don't know what to talk to because there's literally nothing you could talk about without being COVID. COVID was always that.
The first priority of the conversation.
Because I think the first few weeks, especially for us, was more about dad. Like, dad was in the hospital. That's
kind of distracted.
We were distracted about COVID. We didn't know what actually was going on. When it actually went lockdown, we couldn't go to hospital. We were at home, and I was thinking, what has the world come to? Like, we literally...
I actually thought it was the end of the world. I'm not even joking. Like,
really?
I said it to so many people.
I didn't feel it as much because, as I said, I was always working. Even though I was like, I wish I was at home for, 5.
Trust me, it was
better.
I'm
most probably saying that now because I've been working throughout. But maybe if I would have been at home, I would have been thinking like this.
But you know what it is, Kat? I think the first week that even when I stay at home, no matter what, I'm like, I wish I could stay at home for a week and just sleep.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point after like 2 days, you sleep or you have to sleep. There's nothing else you could do. The TV, there was nothing on. Everything stopped from
You've gone through all your Netflix.
You've gone through all Netflix films. You've gone through all your series. Like literally, the world stopped. So you had to stop with it. So literally, you'll just stare like. We had to make up the challenges. Thank God for the challenges.
I found that really fun.
Yeah, we had these challenges during the week that basically what we would do is, for example, one of us would pick a challenge of a household to do and all the households had to do it. You would have like a week to do it. And
I think it started with Chris actually.
Yeah.
And whoever won after decided what challenge.
What was the first one?
The cake. I think
no, that was the last
one.
one.
It was no,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Definitely wasn't the cake. The first one.
No, the rainbow. The rainbow.
Yeah, the rainbow.
Yeah.
The NHS.
NHS rainbow.
Yeah.
But I think that was everyone that gave the idea. It wasn't like.
No, it was Chris.
No, I said let's make our time go quicker. Let's all do challenges a week.
Yeah, that was really fun. I think.
So we got that.
It was that one.
And then we had like all this game like Ludo for your phone and to go like.
Oh yeah.
I think another positive for me as well is the positional work I am at the moment. I think if it wasn't for furlough, I would have still been in the same job I was at first.
Oh yeah, you can.
So I was working in a like family
which
space.
is quite risky though, but you can't.
Yeah, I was working in a family space, and then I realised that wasn't going to open for a while. So I knew I had to like put my game up and like find a new job. I went back to nurseries, and then I went to one nursery, and then I got offered. So I feel like that's definitely a positive that COVID gave me.
School.
But yeah, that was for me the jobs.
And for me, as a positive, I definitely no. Is this year I kind of learned to focus on people, like I know who were there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think with not meeting up so many people, you see who's actually contact you, know how you're doing, and having because one thing is meeting people up. Anyone can meet up, like to having a party. Hello, we're all best friends.
Yeah.
Now things being at home, not being able to contact person like face to face, but have the time to speak on the phone. For me, a lot of people didn't do that. I think a lot of people were just like, they're doing their bits. No one really called up and asked, are you okay?
They just felt like the world on, just shut themselves down.
Yeah, like, it's just like, you can see that, you can realise, oh my God.
Who your true friends are, really and truly.
And also, how technology helped a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Because technology, I don't think...
Oh my God, technology,
Everyone had to upgrade their phones and things like
that. Yeah, like my dad learned how to use FaceTime, which he wasn't doing before.
Oh, yeah.
He had to, you know what I'm saying? He had to do
hospital, wasn't it? Obviously to see you guys, that was something that he had to learn, which is good.
And
for that generation, he learned something new.
I think COVID definitely teach people how selfish people in the UK are, though, with the stupid tissue paper.
Yes.
And rice and flour. I definitely learned that everyone's all man for themselves.
That's not even the worst. The worst is they got so paranoid with the toilet roll. I felt embarrassed when I went to get a pack of toilet rolls.
Yeah, you felt bad.
In the street with a pack of toilet rolls.
You feel like someone was gonna beat you up to get it.
That's what
they were like saying, look at another one. Paranoid with the toilet.
And do you know what? I don't understand? Is why couldn't you just wash yourself there? Just get like a towel, wash yourself. You're in your house.
Yeah, but it got that deep. We didn't get that deep. You got deep because people were panicking.
Yeah, I just don't understand why though. Why?
Because they were scared that the things like. To be realistic,
but
people got so paranoid that we actually saw the shops empty. Like people
That's
like
what I thought it was the end of the world.
People like us, we didn't go as mad as they did. When we wanted something and went to the shop, did you find shelves empty?
But the thing is, I understand about
nothing.
toilet paper, like you have.
Babe, I remember one day me and her went with Mum in the morning.
This was when Dad was in hospital, so he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we were a whole day, literally went from shop to shop to find
for milk.
Milk, it was pasta, flour, because we had to literally, Mum had to bake her own bread. The bread was going as well, remember? Mum had to get flour.
Everything was weird.
It was like, we a whole day we like, and we ended, lucky enough, the mum had like, you know, friends and stuff that contact them, people that work in.
Yeah.
Yes, as well, good that I've realised, yeah, as much as like we cuss a lot of the UK, but I think the UK helped a lot. I think all these furloughed, all these, you know, places, as much as we, like, obviously some people would judge with that, but let alone they are new to what happened as well. Anyways, any country, but they were new to what was going on. They never thought a pandemic would be this bad, and they tried everything they could to keep people as comfortable as we could. Like, we were at home.
Yeah, but I also feel like if they had intervened a bit earlier, I don't think it would have gotten as bad.
Yeah, babe, but the thing is, they didn't know it was bad when it get. Like,
You do though, Chris, because they've been through pandemics before.
Honey, Dolly, I didn't think it was that bad.
But babe, you wasn't born at the time where the pandemics happen every like years, babe, like hundreds of years. We weren't born, so obviously we didn't know, but they have history and they know
have scientists that tell
how.
them.
Yeah, like people literally said this virus can kill this amount of people.
And we actually saw as well in China how serious.
Yeah, they knew.
Well,
they
so
just, for them it was.
We just thought. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really believe it at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I said how, especially me, going back to what I said, especially me that I worked with people, working with people with COVID, and I never got anything. Touch wood, still.
It's like
it's still happening, and obviously we've got all our vaccines. We've got all our vaccines. I just thought, how is it possible? I'm around them. And I'm not catching it. Am I a lucky one?
But that's what everyone, I think, a lot of people thought. It's like, I've been next to one, like, when my dad was in hospital, I was in like 2 wards where there was patients of COVID, doctors, and I never got it as well. I just, at first, we could have got it and not have known. That's one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
But 2, I don't think it doesn't exist, but I feel like there's something dodgy about it as well. I think it wasn't just, it just happened. I think it was, they had a purpose for this, but I think it just went a bit out of control.
Yeah, because I had like kids, my nursery with it. I had obviously had to self-isolate them to the parents, pick them up. And I had them on my lap, and then obviously wear PPE, but still, you know, PPE does not wear works. And I didn't catch it today. Thank God, Lord helped up there, and that was literally for Dad. But it's just weird. I think it does exist, and it killed a lot of people, and it's just so sad.
Well,
it was a whole year
for
of
people that lost their loved ones in this pandemic.
It's so sad what happened, and
I just think it's unfair, all the unanswered questions a lot of people have. That's just the way I saw it.
Yeah.
She said for us to speak, not on top of each other. Okay. I'm just waiting because she said I have it. Yes, babe, but she said don't speak in front of.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. One of my positives was actually I got closer to my family because I went through a stage around 1.5 years that I went in depression, so I was seeing a counsellor and everything. And when it came to lockdown, my dad being in hospital and everything, it came a lot of thoughts to my mind. And since that day, I just tried to be as much as I can with my family and my friends. So that was my positive. It made me come closer to them. My negative, and another positive thing as well, sorry, just before I go my negative, is basically all the pandemic that was going and all the stuff, I bought my house, my first house in Portugal. My dream. I know it was a bit hard, but at the end of the day, I wasn't there, I didn't sign the documents, but people were there helping me out, and I did it. So that was my positive during pandemic. The other one, my negative side, basically was the beginning when my dad was in hospital. You know, it was just like, you know, we didn't, I don't know how
you guys didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, and basically the same as what Kaya said. And another thing is, when this lockdown as well was hard work, the girls at home.
Yeah,
you know, my children, I could see that the development was going back. Even if they are home started, but still not the same thing, they're still not concentrating, and I was just getting on, you know, it's getting on to me.
They're very.
It's a big topic, especially for you guys.
Parents.
Well, yeah, it is. To be quite honest, obviously, as we know, as Sarah said, they did fall back because doing work at home is doing work at home. It's not the same because home for them, like us, is
comfy.
It's comfort, so they don't see the need.
As a learning environment.
Yeah, it's not a learning environment. So we had, I don't know Sarah, but I had a lot of stress.
I had loads as well because I was working, picking up 4. Then the teacher was asking Emily questions. I only have one that she's only 5. So we could see even now, until she's only been a week back, but we can still see that she's still not on that routine of being back yet. She still
and
has.
You know what? For me, obviously, I think Pat, because I work in childcare, the biggest thing for me, and I think a lot of people don't understand, but it's the social skills of a child.
Yeah.
Not being around just children.
I think that settling them into nursery was the hardest thing for half of these kids because they're not used to being around other kids.
Yeah.
They're like the pushing, the having toys for
I
only
don't think
themselves.
it's only that as well, because obviously me and Sarah had children maybe the age you guys work with, and when I used to take Daniel, I'll say Daniel more because David stayed obviously with you and my dad, but Daniel, when I used to take him to the nursery when he was like 1, 2, he used to cry, and this is like after a summer holiday he would literally cry, he didn't want to go to, so I can imagine 5 months or more.
It's not even that, it's the fact of the inconsistency. They will come into nursery a week, then next week they'll lock down, they couldn't come back, and after 3 weeks they're allowed to come back again because
and they don't understand.
it was up and down, like they were just
they don't get it.
the kids were crying, the parents were very crying as well, because the parents obviously they felt that attachment. Obviously
obviously if you see your child crying, like Sarah, you know, like why are they crying?
And then some parents will cry. The parents will cry and say they have to stay at home because some parents were saying, I don't want to bring my child to nursery, but I have to because I have to study, work at home, and plus help my other child.
It doesn't
and
work.
that's very stressful.
Study, so it's all that stressful.
That's very stressful because I went through it, and I literally said, obviously, the teachers were very good because they were always in contact with us every week to see how we're going, and I was always telling David's teacher, my younger son, that even though they have their live lessons, but I still have to come from work and still teach. So I'm still doing a teaching part, even though I was doing it, but not how I was when the kids were at home with the Google Classroom, and because
that's something I want to like make people understand, is that some people say, oh, but you are the parents, you should know how. It's different because we are parents, but we are teaching them how to live in life the best way for them, but not in the teaching side of, you know,
and I think
because
it's
we are.
I don't think it's just
we are not the kind
I
of
just
people.
don't think it's that. I think as though it's you're their parent. They don't go to you to teach. They want to go to you.
We've seen a lot of comments like that on social media saying, oh, why don't parents, instead of parents complain why their children are not going to school, why don't their parents use this opportunity to make them wash dishes, learn how to clean? But that's not the kind of learning we're talking about. Look, don't talk about qualifications that can give the children.
But you can still teach
their
them
needs.
So he's like confusing them a bit.
But I also want to say, I want to say a big thank you to all the schools though.
This
last lockdown, they were really prepared. Lessons were going very, very good, and I'm really, really proud because even though they were trying, we know what we were having. But
they were even supporting parents that couldn't afford, like they were doing like breakfast packs,
and laptops.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We're very great, very, very privileged to be where we are in UK.
Yeah.
Because as much as the schools, it all comes from the government. Government gave all that support, gave all that extra funding for the schools, and that's what I'm saying. We should be very
I agree on that.
I agree on that, but then I don't agree how well they supported early years, like R1.
Yeah, R1.
I get the emails every day coming from my borough. Maybe it's different boroughs, but the support that we get as a private sector compared to a school is horrible.
Yeah, because government based, isn't it?
It doesn't really matter, Chris. Because if you want to help citizens, you need to help all your citizens, and not just you pick and choose.
Thank God that nurseries were open, and I went to work, and I didn't suffer as much this lockdown as the first one because I was at work. But what I say is, our nursery was open for everybody, including
because it's
funded children which is paid by the government, children that get paid. And I believe in this. It was worse this lockdown than the other one. This one was so much infection rates going up. If I was a government, I say, okay, children that are paying and that vulnerable children as well, parents that are working parents need the nursery open, that's fine. But parents that were funded, they're at home, they don't work. I didn't know why it was open for them kind of children. Not that children deserve the same they do.
Yeah, so but
I just think to protect the children and staff that were working.
For me in my area is completely different. So I live obviously in an expensive area, one of the most expensive areas in the UK, in London, and for me, nearly more than half of our parents, obviously they were doctors, most of them were doctors, but the other half is, like you said, they own businesses just at home. And for me it was frustrating because it was like, okay, I get that. First of all, if they didn't want to come because they didn't have to bring the child, we would give them a discount. So the fact that you're bringing your child, but then you still want to ask
For the discount.
what's the requirement, like how you taking safety measures, and still get upset that if there is a case that you have to stay at home with your child, it was a bit like, I don't know.
Yeah, so say for the choice to keep your child safe, you're still bringing them in, knowing that you're at home, and then you can put your child at safety plus all the other child, plus the staff.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to understand as well. I understand what you're saying, but that's for parents that don't work. But in this case, like Pat said,
No, but that's what she's saying.
Yeah, but even if you have business or you have a job like me, because you know, in my first lockdown, to be honest, I was never on follow. I was always working, but it is really hard when you have to work from home with children at home, because you're trying to reply to an email,
but then it's very hard. I get the one of the kids, but it's also very hard for people that live by themselves in one flat and had to be by themselves. It's also hard, for example, people like dads who can't come out of the house that had to shield for months. Do you know what I'm saying? It's hard for everybody right now. It's not even, you just don't pick and choose. Even the people, the more money or less money,
that the less people were out,
the better it would
the
have
better
been.
for everybody.
It's like me as well.
Kids will carry us, so
like my kids could have gone to school, but I kept them at home.
Yes, I'm saying.
Do you get what I mean?
No, that
I
me
prefer
as well.
it like
Me
that
as well.
because
Me as
even
well.
though
because you're putting yourself at risk by taking your, because kids are
no,
kids.
I'm already putting myself at risk going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, for
As
example,
well.
we know, okay, I can't touch this without washing my hands, but kids are kids.
Oh, yeah.
Once they're with their friends, they forget the rules. They're not going to social distance. I came through
But
Brixton
even
the other
us.
day. There was a bunch of teenagers just all together.
Yeah,
like,
they should have every bit of age.
I know, Chris, but it's just
We're
like
talking
you
about
kinda-
kids that are
you
under
can't-
5, so
I
under
get what
6.
you're saying, but even me at work, like in the beginning, I was so skeptical. But now, the more I'm going, like the more I'm at work every day, the more sometimes if a child needs, before I used to be like, oh okay, like try and tap them and not hold them or try and minimize, which is impossible. But we try to minimize. But now I don't. I pick them up, I give them a cuddle. You just forget, like he just forgets, and I think kids do as well.
I'm saying you couldn't do that. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. But nurseries, that's what I'm saying. The less people were at the nursery, or less children are at nursery, would help us, even us as staff.
Oh, I have another positive one. I started my YouTube channel in lockdown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
that's a
You
good
give you
one.
more time.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. I had way more time when I was not working. I was way more advanced in consistency, so I had videos recorded for like weeks, but now I have to.
I think it pushes you more to do it.
Yeah, because you had nothing to do. I was at home, I was bored. Yeah, now it's like every day is busy, so yeah, that's another good one. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and as I said, I'm going to be having a talk show every single week. Not too sure on what day yet, but I think it's going to be yeah, we have to find a name. Leave down on the comment section what we call this, like chat I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, social chat episodes that I'm going to be having every week. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.